we've been doing a lot of these forums throughout the state over the last few weeks. I've lost count what number we're up to, but we were very keen to make sure that we had a forum of this nature on Kangaroo Island, just so that as a government we are not just providing you the information, and that is the core purposes of tonight's forum, but also, just as importantly, providing everybody and anybody the opportunity to be able to question, scrutinise and assess anything else that the government needs to be doing and in order to respond to it. I guess, can I say this from the outset, and Biggles and I have talked about this a bit, you know, obviously here on the island you're well aware and have experienced other challenges or disasters or natural events that have been confronting. This is not the first one you've seen on the island in recent memory, the most significant of which being the bushfires. And that provoked a pretty strong response in every respect. When we try and think about the algal bloom, I think it's important to recognise from the outset that this is completely different to anything we've seen before. Unlike bushfires, where as a country we see them, we know how to respond to them, each one is different and has its own challenges, we largely have a ready-made response to it. We've got a CFS within a range of different departments within government. There are action plans that allow us to respond to a fire or a flood or a cyber attack or a terrorist attack or a major storm. You name it, there's a playbook. In respect to major algal blooms, there's no playbook. This is unprecedented. We haven't seen an event like this ever before in our country. Now, that isn't to say there haven't been other algal blooms in other parts of the world. That is true. And some that have actually been more severe than the one that we are enduring. There have been examples of that in other parts of the world. And there are things that we can learn from them. But again, each of those events have got their own unique characteristics, which makes it difficult to look at those and then directly presuppose that's how this algal bloom will operate. And there lies in the challenge. The algal bloom, and you'll hear from Mike Steer in just a moment, the Executive Director of SARDI, and Mike's a marine scientist himself. This algal bloom is a tricky bugger. It moves, it changes, it expands, it shrinks. There is nothing about it that is static, and you can't reasonably predict it. And every time someone has attempted a prediction around the algal bloom,